I know there's no intro playing again. I'm sorry. Guys, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris. How the heck are you? There's so much wrong. When is there not? It's a chaotic little show that we do here week to week to week to week to week to week. And you think and you hope and you pray, but nay, nothing ever gets better, and that's fine. We don't name it the circus because it's all well. We name it the circus because hopefully one day someone will give out peanuts and there will be a lion or something. I've never been to a circus. I really wish I could. But guys, welcome back. If I seem a little bit off the rails, I mean more than usual, it's because there's so much going on. But more than that, I'm freezing, okay? We are replacing the furnace here. And I'm so cold, man. Life is a series of wishing that you were warm and then never getting that. I'm just always cold no matter where I am, and it sucks, man. It sucks so hard. So the furnace is not yet on. It's going on tomorrow, but however, hey, I have to record right now. So I'm cold, I'm freezing, and yeah, I would like to be wearing a hoodie of some sort, but you know what? I put class above comfort. I know it's just a green t-shirt, but you know what? It adds. It adds. So I gave a little bit of something. All right? I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people survive in the cold. It's cold, okay? It's just cold. It's awful. And this feels good. This nice warm candle, man. People are always complaining about fires and, arson and stuff like that. Climate change, dude. Every day I wake up and I see more climate change. And I thank God for answering my prayers, dude. Every day it says the earth's getting a little bit warmer than yesterday. I go, yes, dude. Yes. Finally, I know I'm sorry, animals and nature and all that, but you know what's more important than anything outside of a green shirt? My comfort, okay? I just want to feel warm. I don't mind a little fire. What's wrong with a little fire? Okay, now I don't mean to take the piss out of old Lucifer here, mostly because he's not here to defend himself, but you know what? Hell and eternal damnation of fire, that's all you got? Fire? Sounds like a freaking paradise. Okay, now I cast down all those negative words and thoughts. I don't know how the spirit of Satan works, but I do want to, Lord, protect that. Okay, I just want to be warm. I'm just joking. But anyways, guys, oh man, there's a lot to get to. There is a lot, man. I broke my laptop. Okay, and I run all of my stuff off here. The podcast and scripts that I have to write and voiceovers and taxes. Oh, where do your taxes go? Right here. So I got this laptop and it costs a pretty penny. Okay. If you ever want to look into buying a MacBook. Now I don't try to buy the latest and greatest. However, I got a custom. So then I got it. I took a leap of faith and then I have all my stuff running through the Apple software. So now I can't jump ship. I would love to have just ran away and gotten a cheaper laptop, but I wake up. Okay, because I broke it. Okay, I destroyed the screen. There was an earbud. Actually, it was a charger. But when I say charger, my charger was like, "What kind of charger?" It wasn't. I just say it was an earbud because it's easier for people to comprehend. And then I closed the screen, and I crack the absolute crap out of it, which is a real downer, man. So I had to jump through so many hoops just to get back here. This screen back here, which is a nice, lovely wooded area, is left sideways to exemplify and exude and illustrate the chaoticness of not only my brain, but my day, man. I had to jump through so many hoops just to get this back up and running. I mean, not really. I went and bought a new laptop, but you know what? It felt like a lot. All right. I felt like he jumps through so many hoops. How did they ever said somebody who jumped through hoops as great as he does have we? No, we haven't. He jumps through hoops with such ferocity and precision that we think sleep in your mind. He says, has anyone jumped through hoops? No, we look for hoops. There's something about, did you guys watch I don't follow a lot of politics, but I saw when Trump got elected and he does this thing. I don't know if he always does this, where as opposed to Biden kind of like trails off and you're like, does he know where he is? I think Trump is 100% there, even though he's 80 years old. I think he's there, but he's like focused on being entertaining or something, and he gets carried away. And I'm not really one to talk. Okay. I've done 190 something episodes of, this whole freaking intro is already off the rails, but I'm also not running for president. And I saw when he got elected, he said thank you and this and that, and the first 45 seconds was great, and he goes, and then Elon, I watched Elon, he went and he got the big arms, and they went to grab the rocket, said, wow, there's a big arms, and someone was on the phone, very important. I said, 1 second. I said, Elon, I said, was this you? And he says, yeah, that's me. I said, I know it was you, Elon. Only you can do something like that for America, the greatest, the biggest arms to grab the rocket. And it went on for so long, dude. I think he's a great talker, but at some point, a speech. Now, again, I'm not one to critique as I'm doing this right now, but if I'm gonna write a speech or something, a trim of the fat, that was pretty wild to see. But it's funny in a backward sort of sense. And then I said, nobody knew exactly how many podcasts, so many hoops we had to jump through, how many laptops were broken. So I'm freezing, man. Life's crazy, life's fun, and I hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's doing well. I probably shouldn't say this, as it's still a very sensitive time, okay, about that Trump thing. But I'm going to say, purely as someone who doesn't follow politics a lot and believes life only changes marginally every 4 years or so, as an impressionist, I'm glad that Trump got in, because I can't do a Kamala impression, and I can barely even do a Trump impression. But I did not want to have to learn again. I only started learning it after they attempted the assassination. I'm like, he's probably going to get in. I should start getting cracking on that. And everything feels so. Is it always like that? I wish there was like, through all the campaign and everything, I'm like, okay, I know for certain he's going to get in, because I don't want to practice a voice if I'm never going to get to use it again. You know what I mean? So purely from that standpoint, all right, none of the policies, none of everything. I don't care what anyone's doing. But if I'm going to learn a silly voice, I need to know that people are going to be like, oh, yeah, you're doing that guy. I don't think. It's pretty controversial. I don't think if I did it regardless, people are like, what is that? What is that? I go, yeah, a lot of people. And they go, what is that? That's not Kamala. And then I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. I was never. Can anyone do a cool Kamala impression? I don't know. Biden's got a lot of impressions. It's always nice when there's. I take that back. It sucks that the elections have felt like reality TV, but it is fun that the characters are so heightened that we're doing impressions of these people now. Like, remember you would like write a message or a letter to the president, like, that's guy's insane, he's great, and now we're like, who are these loony tunes? And let me try and create that character. But anyways, I digress. I hope the world's not as hectic as it has been. My life has been hectic because of all the jazzercising that I've been doing. By the way, I fixed this chair, man. No more wheels. We got ourselves a nice little piston and up and down thing going on. So it's nice and convenient. But yeah, life's been... that was a B, and I'm just trying to stay on top of it. But I hope everybody else is doing well. I hope you guys are feeling happy and thrilled and amazing. Go out there and hug somebody, why don't you? You know how you can incite violence? I'm trying to incite compassion or empathy or other warm feelings, okay? Welcome to the holiday season. It's time to hug somebody. Unless that's not your thing, a simple high five or a fist bump will do. Or maybe, if you're one of the homies, a simple head nod will suffice. But I hope everyone's doing great. I will say, man, I walked into the store the other day, okay? And like I always do, I open the door for me, and then I check behind me, because I'm a good guy to see if anyone's coming. And normally I do this when they're way further away, because it's kind of funny if you hold the door and you watch them, like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Like they're on the way to the back of the park, and I'm like, he's freaking, you're just going to walk at a normal pace. But, my normal hijinks aside, I love to help people out. And I open the store, and an old lady wanders right through. And she goes, I knew it. I knew there was still a gentleman out there. And my heart, like the Grinch, boom, 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 exploded with love and joy. I was recognized for my talents and good datedness. I don't ever do a thankless deed. I never thankless deed. I gotta stop. I don't ever want to do a thankless deed, and also it's just nice to be seen as a good guy for once, instead of a trickster and a liar and a thief, which admittedly I am, but it's nice for somebody to think more of me, okay? Not think less of me, or just what I am, okay? Point blank, but for somebody to see me and think even more than what I am. I might not be the most gentlemanly guy out there. okay? But I wear a watch, and I try to look my best on a cold episode of the podcast. But this old lady, she saw it in an instant, and she knew exactly what I brought to the table. And the truth is, the reason this meant even more to me is that right before this happened, about 45 minutes prior, I almost ran over an old lady in the street, which sounds bad on paper. Actually, it sounds bad no matter which way you put it. But let me give you the details, okay? So I'm driving down the street, okay, to go to the store that an old lady will then in which call me the most amazing person. I don't know if I'm paraphrasing exactly, but that's how I'm remembering it. Anyways, I'm driving down the road, and there's no crosswalk. There's no stop sign, no intersection, and I'm driving normal speed limit. And this old lady, just starts walking out in front of my car. I slam on the brake. I almost run her over. And not only that, she doesn't even look to take notice of the hard reaction and braking time that I just put out there for the whole world to see. NASCAR, Fast and Furious, Dominic Toretto, whoever you want to call, this was precision driving, okay? And I saved her life, and then she's like halfway through, and then she looks up, and then I'm like, yeah, keep going. You already committed. You almost died, but you're already there. And then she's like waiting, and she like takes a step back, and she's standing like on the corner of the car, just to the right side, and I go, are you going to finish? So then now she's cleared the way for me to drive. Like now she's taken notice of the danger. She's like, oh, I'm aware. I guess you should go. By the way, had the right of way. Could have if I wanted to. But what she didn't know, and what an older lady across the street was going to learn soon after, was that I am a gentleman somewhat, kind of. And I was going to let her go. But then she sits there staring at me. Okay? Now, I already almost ran over her once, but she's staring at me and she's going, hey, when are you going to go? So I pull forward just a little bit, and as soon as I hit the gas, she starts walking again. It's like she's waiting for me to drive for her to take steps. And we're going back and forth, and I'm waiting. I go, and I stop on the brakes. She goes, what? And then she takes a step back, and I go, huh? No, you go. And I wave her on. Okay, hey. I don't roll down the windows or nothing, but this is pretty clear. This is the universal, you go. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care if you speak languages at all. Anybody recognizes that. So we're waiting, and then she takes another step. And she goes forward, and then I'm waiting, and then I take a step, and then she moves back, and then I drive forward again. After the third time, she comes back on the corner. Like, you know when you walk into somebody, and you're like, oh, I'll go left, oh, I'll go right, I'll go left, I'll go right. This was happening with a car, okay? Fairly simple in concept. Continue on your path. But this isn't even the bad part, dude. Never the freaking fact or matter or whatever you want to say. My bad. Tripped up. Whatever you... what was I trying to say? Nevertheless, the fact that I almost ran her over, but this is where I felt like a truly awful person, is the way that I drove away. She looks at me like, what the heck? Why would he do that? And I don't know what more I could have done. And I thought I was sabotaging the elderly, and I wasn't a good Samaritan. And if it wasn't for that lady at the store that I was going to run in sooner, I would have felt like an awful person. But why? You walked in the middle of the street. There was no crosswalk. And also, you're 95, okay? For me to even wait for you to try and cross in front of my car was going to add an extra 7 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it did. And I still gave her that chances. And she took and wasted every single one of them. So, needless to say, I didn't feel good, but then the true, I'm just going to say the true elderly, because she recognized me. That's a true elderly person. Anyone who really recognizes my talent and what I have to bring to the table, those are good people. And that sounds like some sort of confirmation bias, and call it whatever you want, but I'm going to call it me being right or arrogant. So anyways, it's been pretty hectic and busy, and we're getting through it, man. We're getting through it. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Just keep saying it, and then you'll know for sure, or it won't be. I had both my vehicles break down just this past week, which sucked. I talked about it, I think, on the last episode. It happened right before my car broke down, had to run to the store, and then they go freaking fix it. And then, man, I'm here working, and I realize everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. My brother was, moving out and doing all these fancy things. Like the family's all together. They're doing stuff. And I look up and everybody's gone. I think, oh, okay, this sucks. So I'm going to drive. I'm going to go see everybody else. I hop in my truck, and I get 8 feet down the road, and my truck breaks down, dude. And would you believe it? My car broke down at a Dairy Queen. I broke down at a separate Dairy Queen 40 minutes on the other side of the county. Excuse me. On the other side of the county, dude. So, Lord, bless DQ and Grill and Chill for occupying the safe haven that is my vehicle's crashing and burning. So that was a whole other hoop to jump through, man, to get your car and truck fixed. And to run into the same people at AutoZone and be like, hey, I got these parts. I'm coming back. I'm fixing it. Here's the core. And then you're going back and forth. Like, I thought you already. And I said, but I didn't, and have more to go. So I fixed my car, fixed my truck, and we're back on the road. I don't know why I have so many vehicles. I don't want them, but yet I can't part with them. Like a wonderful parent who has 2 kids and can't choose which one is best, and then they just stick with both of them. I assume that's how people have multiple kids, is because they can't, commit to one, I don't know. But what was funny about this is that at AutoZone, so I go in there, and it takes like 45 minutes because this lady's razzing me and joking around. It's like, how do I know you're really the person picking me up? Show me some ID. I'm just joking. And she's going back and forth like, I hate my job. I can't wait to quit. I'm like, holy crap. And she had just started there 6 days ago along with another guy. They both just started 6 days ago. They didn't know what they were doing. It took an hour to get this part. And she's so goofy and off the wall and bizarre, right? And she's throwing jokes at me and making fun of me, like like you just know somebody for 30 years. And she's talking about how much she hates her job, and I'm talking about how much I hate her job because I haven't got my part yet, and we're just having a time. Now, where it gets bad is when I went back a few days later to get the new part for my truck, and I see her, and who I think is her cohort, who also hates his job, was not that guy. So I walk in there like, hey, you're still here. I thought you were going to quit. It was the manager. And I didn't recognize that until I walk in there to try and replicate and mimic her chaotic energy that she brought. I thought you were going to quit this absolute grapple. You know what I'm saying? She goes, no, I'm still here. It's been fine. I go, what is it? I look like you're kind of being held hostage. And I look over at a glance at the guy who's now ginger. He was bald before. And it was the manager of the AutoZone. And I just outed her straight up in front of her boss. Hey, you going to quit? She's like, oh, yeah, you going to quit, are you? Well, maybe you don't get the chance, Susan, or whatever her name was. So I feel bad about that. But you know what? I got my part and I got out of there. Hopefully she's doing well. I decided I had to go back to an AutoZone to get something else, and I avoided that AutoZone on purpose because I couldn't face her yet, and or maybe she's not there and I will never be able to face her. Either way, it's been trying for me. I hope she's okay, but more importantly, no, I'm a good guy. I hope she's doing okay. I'm trying to practice selflessness, but it's so hard when you do a podcast with your name on it. And I sit here and I talk about me and my problems and what's going on in my head. I'll never get over this, man. So anyways, I genuinely do. I don't know. So I've been doing these impressions on the channel with this podcast comes out, and sometimes we get a big influx of people and new people because they don't care about this. They're like, what is he just talking to himself forever? But they enjoy the impressions, which, by the way, thank you. But then people check out the channel and they don't know for sure. So sometimes I feel like I have to preface because it's not just my mom and grandma watching. And I have to say, I'm not actually arrogant. I'm not actually a douche. Although sometimes I can be a bit of a trickster. But I do care. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Because I don't want to talk about anyone else but me. So going forward, man, it has been... On top of all the other noise, man, I have had a time, man. It has been a marketplace mania for me. okay? And dealing with anybody on Facebook Marketplace is a trying time, dude. And here's what I don't get about Marketplace. It's the only other area in the world where you can find somebody who wants to talk more than I do. I'm a chatty guy, okay? And I love to chop it up and say some words. However, in the art of the deal, I'm trying to cut to the chase, okay? Now, we can cut the conversation post-chase and post-haste, but pre-chase and pre-haste, okay? I'm trying to trim the fat, pre-diabetic. I'm trying to, get to talking about this. And every time I go to pick up something, I went to go get the new furnace that we're supposed to be installing. I pick up this, and this guy's like, yeah, so I'm dealing with these wires, and I was an HVAC guy for 25 years, and I'm going back and forth. In 30 minutes, okay, he goes on about his past jobs, how he quit his new projects, and I'm such a kind and compassionate guy, genuinely, that I sit here and I listen. So I listen, and I talk, and I razz, but I'm also, checking the watch, and I'm giving all the body language of somebody who just wants to purchase the thing so he can get back and do the thing that he wanted to use it, the thing that he just purchased. So we're waiting, and eventually he starts talking about how his technique for picking up air conditioners has evolved over the years. Like, it's all about getting on the shoulders and getting under it. And one time there was a guy, so I'm just sitting here waiting and listening, and I eventually get it. And then the same thing happened. I went to go just sell a couch because I got my brother's couch. Winner. But yeah, I'm selling a couch, which, by the way, I put way more effort into than I should have. I mean, I decorated. I put a candle out, put some books. I don't read. Put some books out on it. People are like, oh, how much is the couch? And I even zapped it with some cologne for some reason because I was in a mood that really take care of the world. But anyways, I go to sell this, and people are like, show me more photos. Can I get some more angles of the couch? And I put up 5 angles. You know how hard it is to get 5 angles of a couch? It's a couch, okay? What am I supposed to get under it and show under every single cushion? I mean, I gave you the top down angle, front on, and then I gave a down low dramatic shot. And they say, do you have any more photos of the couch? And I send them a couple more, I just take them really quick. And he's like, these look kind of like the ones that were posted on there. And I go, yeah, because that's all there is. It's a couch, man. He says, I don't know. I mean, do you have anything else? So I send him a photo of me relaxing on the couch. Hey, dude, what's up? And he left. I never heard from him again, dude. So I blew this sale poking with the guy because I didn't want to continue on with it anymore. All right. Because I don't know how that deal's going to go. How many pictures do you need of a couch? There's only so many angles. People find my good angle. Sometimes there's no good angle. Sometimes it's just a couch. So we're going through the hoops and a lot of hoops. Yeah, it takes some time. And it's a bit unfortunate, okay? But eventually we do find somebody who wants to take in this couch. And he's like, can you have it outside? I'll be there at 2:30. 2:30 rolls around. He says, I'm going to be an hour late. 3:30. Now this couch is outside in the wind. I'm vacuuming it and trying to make it look presentable without, shooing the neighbor kids from getting on it. This guy finally comes by, okay? And almost as ridiculous as the angle, okay, for the couch guy, he just starts sitting on every single cushion, which I guess is fair play to you. You want to make sure, but I've never seen someone, this one, okay, pretty good. Okay, now one from the right side's pretty good. 2 from the left. He's tried every single seat. And he's like, I just got to make sure because I'm putting it in my man cave. And I go, so do you want the couch or not? And then they tell me that they didn't go to the bank, even though they were an hour late. And then I gotta wait. They go back and forth, and they're zip zap stopping. And I don't know. It's a mess selling things. And then they come back and they're talking a lot. And I'm on the other side, and I'm trying to give you the thing so you can go use your thing, And even then, I'm like, the art of the deal, the trade, take the money and go. And it always takes forever, dude. And then I finally get them to commit to it. And then there's 5 people here, okay? There's 5 men here to go buy this couch for their man cave. And a lot of them don't have teeth, admittedly. No offense to anyone who doesn't have teeth. But I walk back out there to see that they're still there looking at the couch. I have already gotten the money. I might as well have went and deposited it. Okay. And I walk back out. The couch is still sitting there in the parking lot. And I go, you guys all right? And he goes, hey, there he is. You going to help us carry the couch, man? And I go, if you need me to. There's half a football team here. So I carry the couches mostly by myself into the trailer, and we get it all strapped up. And I did not get a tip for it, man. But that's Marketplace. That's Marketplace for you. And I was selling some other stuff. It's all hectic, and people wait, and people don't show, and sometimes they do show, and then they take too long, and it's rough, and they ask too many questions, and then there's all the scammers. Give me your code. Give me this. Can I see this with a black backdrop? Could I see it in some yellow? And I just go, no, I guess not. I can't. I don't think you will. And they go, what? I say, you've asked too many questions. You've hit the quota. Like, I have no more patience for this. And I'm just not the guy, okay? I'm not a good Marketplace salesman. I tried to sell a bike, had some guys come by. Another time they waited 90 minutes, and then they're like, I don't think the engine's good. And I said, I know. I told you that. So then they didn't want it. And then I took the bike back, and then I gave them their money back. And I was like, that was a colossal waste of time. And, dude, today... So I was selling the old furnace, and this is something that I genuinely have a problem with, okay? The sale goes on fine, okay? I give him one of the furnaces, and he's fine. He's fun. Great gentleman, right? But I don't know what is going on with me, and this is a me problem, I guess, because I don't lock the front door when I'm home. You know, and people tend to just walk inside. I don't remember this being a problem ever in life, but for whatever reason, people seem to invite themselves into my home as long as it's unlocked. Who does that? Who just is like, oh, it's not locked? Well, let me come on in. This happened before with the Browns guy. I was watching the Browns game. Guy walks in, he's like, you selling the power washer? And I go, no, it's freaking around the corner. Go. He's like, you watching the Browns game, huh? And I go, yeah. And he goes, don't even get me started. And I go, I wasn't trying to. Get out. Okay, again, same motion. Lady across the street. This is also get out of my house. Then, 2 separate occasions, I'm ordering groceries. I say, leave them outside by the door. And then I walk back into the family room to see a strange woman setting bread and tortilla chips on my couch. Why, dude? Who does that? At any point, if you're a pizza delivery man, has it ever warranted walking into their kitchen and setting it on their counter, start slicing it up for them? I didn't order this service. I didn't ask for this service. I'm not tipping more for this service. I want no part of it. But it keeps happening. And again, it's my fault, I guess, for not locking the door. But I'm home. I don't think to do it. But even being home alone, dude, I'll knock on the door just to make sure if Toy Story's real. I want to leave all my objects the amount of time so they're not stressed out that they can get into place. If there's any ghosts or spirits, I'd like, get calm, get comfortable. We're here at 1. Who doesn't knock? Let alone if it's not your own house. So anyways, I'm selling this Marketplace thing. And guy takes the furnace, all good, great, grand. He drives away. 20 minutes later. This is not 5 seconds. This is not 10 minutes. This is 20 minutes after. Mind you, the opposite side of the building. How he even knows this door is here, I have no idea. So we sell the furnace out of the garage. Opposite side, here I am. I'm watching SportsCenter. Guy busts right in. Hey, man, I got to ask you a quick question. I go, where did... I could have been naked. I mean, I should lock the door if I'm just undressing in my house. But still, you know, who does that? I got to ask you a question real quick about that other furnace. I go, yeah, and I'm so taken aback. And I go, yeah, go around. Then we go around and we go check the other furnace out. But I don't understand, man. Is this a new thing? Does privacy not exist? The knock, the art of the handle? I have no idea. I'm not thrilled about it whatsoever, and it's just something I got to deal with, I guess, going forward. So if you live home alone or if you live with people, it doesn't matter. Lock your front doors because people are just, oh, it's open. I guess I'll go and see what's the commotion about. It's just a weird. I'm not used to it, man. I don't get it. I don't know why. I don't know why this would happen. But anyways, I've sold lots of things. I've dealt with lots of things. I've dealt with lots of people, lots of conversation, lots of fun has been had, and I'm ready for it to be over and just get back to being a gentleman. Okay, that's all I want to do. I just want to be a gentleman. Speaking of gentlemen, this is actually not, but so I don't listen to Lizzo or Lana Del Rey. I think that's her name. I'm not familiar with it, but you know what I am familiar with? Beef, man. And they were having beef on TikTok, two musicians, and I saw this in the headlines when I was looking up stuff to start the show with my new laptop. And the reason I like this, man, is not because I know I said I'm trying to incite compassion, but I love it when, celebrities tend to put on a big facade of, hey, life, we're all buddy. I like realness. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of, hey, I don't like you, or just some jabs, and it's just very straightforward. And I hate passive aggressiveness. If you're going to be aggressive, be aggressive. Why do it in passing? So anyways, they're having some beef. I have no idea how it started, but I saw the little thread, and Lizzo was commenting something like, I'd like to see you on the charts again one day, to Lana Del Rey. And then Lana Del Rey fires back with, I'd like to see you on the treadmill. So, okay, I don't endorse fat shaming, but I do endorse a good zinger. And I saw that, and that made me happy. Again, I have no idea who these people are, but I love a little bit of beef. I know, again, I'm supposed to be a gentleman. I'm supposed to be inciting compassion. These are trying times. We all want everybody to be happy. However, a couple good insults make the world go around, okay? And I was very thrilled to see that. I like realness, It's very, I would love it if you just see Nicolas Cage on the street and he's like, you smell bad. And you're like, whoa, Nicolas Cage, the paparazzi are coming up to me and they smell bad. And you're like, whoa, this guy's real. But anyways, I was a big fan of that. And just let people be people, Don't put them up on a pedestal. Don't act like they're something that they're not. This happened with Jason Kelce, the retired lineman for the Eagles. Someone was coming up to him and he was recording him and he's making fun of his brother Travis Kelce, who's dating Taylor Swift. The guys, look, we're getting into the drama. Look at us go. But anyways, they're recording him and they're saying all these mean things about him and his brother, and he grabs his phone and he smashes it. Okay, I think completely warranted, but they made him apologize. He goes on the NFL Network and the sports. He's like, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. It was rude and it was wrong. But you know what? If someone comes at you and they start attacking, verbally harassing you and your family members, I think, quite honestly, as someone who just broke a laptop, I think you have the right to destroy their technology. And I like that, man. I like realness. I like when people roast each other, and I like when people defend their families. So, it's been a good week for celebrities. I don't usually follow any sort of celebrity drama, but I endorse realness, guys. We're all for realness. I thought that was going to loop something. I thought I was going to somehow make sense of that. I'm like, yeah, but I said what I said, and now we're in it, man. Is there anything else to stick around? Oh, to stay on the sports news, speaking of Jason Kelce, but Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson, I think it's tonight when this episode comes out, November 15th. Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul, a former YouTuber. It doesn't really matter. The details of this fight do not matter, but you know what does matter? Mike Tyson's fighting. I've never seen Mike Tyson fight, okay? And a lot of people talk about it's rigged or it's showmanship or it's exhibition or it's this or that, and I don't care, really. I don't care about the outcome. I don't care what. I mean, I want him to win, but I think it's easily be fake, WWE style. But to see Mike Tyson fight in your lifetime, what a great surprise. How sweet. I love boxing. And to see Mike Tyson slug it out, it's great. So I highly recommend tuning in. It'd be like if 10 years from now you see Peyton Manning be like, yeah, I'm going to suit up for a preseason game. That's awesome, man. I'm super stoked on that. Unless, of course, it is real. And then, you hit a 60-year-old Mike Tyson and it doesn't go well. Then I take back everything I said, okay? Because I'm a fake and I'm a fraud and I lie all the time. So that's why I like realness, because I'm projecting what I wish I was, because I'm not the gentleman that old ladies think I am. But I think that's pretty much all we have to talk about here today, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hope you're having a wonderful November. Black Friday's coming up. How exciting. We're going to get into the deals. I was just adjusting my Hulu account, by the way, and I spent 45 minutes trying to I totally wasted this guy's time, and I feel bad about that. But, I mean, I don't, because I'm an arrogant, selfish idiot. But I wasted this guy's time because I was trying to make him laugh. And he's like, oh, we need to fix your passwords. You can get in. I was like, wait, hold on. Why did the chicken cross? You know, I'm throwing one-liners and jokes at him. And finally, dude, after 45 minutes, I got him to say, you're making me laugh so hard, you've made my day. With a smiley face. Okay, and I'll probably put the picture up here. It was beautiful. It just goes to show, if you pester people enough and annoy them to the brink of suffering, eventually, they'll give you a pity laugh. So I was pretty stoked on that. And I hope Jeff from Hulu is doing well. But I forget how I got there. I don't know. I was talking about Black Friday. I was doing a Black Friday joke to this guy. And yeah, we went on. I talked about his culture, his region. I tried to get him a good discount, tried to get him a promotion. And he wasn't really biting on any of it. So that was unfortunate. But hope everybody's doing well. You know what else is? A lot of people from Facebook listen to this, and that used to be just hey, just somebody I know is listening to the podcast. And here's the deal. I need to stop friending everyone that I see on Facebook. Anytime someone sends me a friend request, confirmed. I assume he knows somebody else, and they don't. Okay, I'm looking through these people expecting mutual friends, and there's nothing. I've confirmed hundreds of friends, and I have no idea who they are. But yet, I'm scrolling through Facebook to look what through the family news is, what's going on with my little bubble. But I see that Mike's grandson is now attending college to get his master's. Congratulations, Mike's grandson! Oh, he's doing great. I have no idea who any of these people are, so now I'm invested to a point. Like, yes, I could unfriend Mike. But now, what about when his son does get his master's? I'm just not going to be a part. I liked the message, okay? I didn't just scroll past it. I read it. And then I realized, I was like, I don't know who this is. And then I liked it. And I thought about commenting, but I didn't. And I don't know if I'm willing to let go of the emotional investment I've already put in to Mike and his grandson, okay? And this happens with dozens of people that there's no mutual friend, there's no connection. I have no idea how they found me, okay? But I think now it's up to me to maintain this newfound connection and friendship. So I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, sometimes those people tune into the Facebook stories and the podcast when I post on there. And hey, by the way, Mike, if you're listening, I had no idea who you were when you asked to be my friend on Facebook, but I'm glad I accepted, and I hope you're doing well. I hope your son is getting good grades. So I need to stop doing that. There will be I think after everyone's grandson finishes college, I'm going to have to clean out Facebook. But until then, I'm in too deep, man. I'm in too deep. So I hope you guys, I can't keep saying that. Okay. I mean, I can. There's nothing wrong with continuing to say, hope you're having a great week. But eventually, with enough routine, it's no longer just a repetitious thing to say. I'm just saying that to leave. You know, when you say, have a good day, most people don't mean it. I do, but most people don't. It's like, hey, take it easy. Did you really mean I should take it easy? When I go back away from our gathering and I begin to go lift up some heavy bags of rice, and I think, well, Jonathan said take it easy. Did you really mean it? I don't know. But I really mean it when I say, I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope everything is swell and wonderful. Nay, swonderful. Big arms and they close around. I said, Eli, was it you? I said, oh, that's all you said, buddy. Guys, I'm over the moon. And you know what is better than being cold? Anything. So have a wonderful time. I'm done saying it. Okay, we'll be back next week. Things are getting better. Things are on the rise like heat and dough that has yeast in it. I had good analogies. I'll see you guys.